Okay, so I tried some new intro music out here. What's happening, everybody? I'm late tonight. What's up, Brett? I was thinking about you. Okay, so I got questions for you guys, all right? And maybe I'll open up the phone lines here in a minute. So, I got so many new subscribers on the channel that because of this new series, and I've been kind of debating on what to do here because, well, it's nice to have. What's up, Joe? Well, it's nice to have all these new subscribers. 30,000 in the last 28 days. I think 1,700 today alone. Obviously, I don't want my channel to become this, where I just analyze these songs or anything. But it's a chance for people to open up. What's up, Dean? It's a chance for, new people that aren't exposed to any of the things that we've talked about. It's a good chance to, kind of to reach people with music that they've never heard before. So anyways, I was planning, so my thing that I was going to do, I was planning on doing just a bunch of these, kind of get it established, and then just do it once in a while. Like, I'm going to do this masterclass. I announced it earlier today on my live stream on the main channel that I'm going to do a 2-hour masterclass next weekend on Sunday for $10. It's a pay-per-view. And I'm going to play stuff that I can't really play, or I don't know if I can play on, that I can make videos on. I'm going to play some Max Martin, things like that. People that things that, I don't know, would pass the filter test on YouTube, essentially. So, and I think that that's a way for people to, where I don't have to keep making those kind of videos all the time, because, like I said, I don't want to make it about that. I'm kind of, so I have it for sale on my website. It's just under, you'll see it's, Aaron put it up there. There's a thing that you just click on it, and then I'll send out an email with the link of when it'll be live. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern next Sunday. So I'll go through a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to have the forum. So Aaron's going to moderate this from the forum, where people can ask questions while I'm doing it, which is cool. So it'll be a live thing, but people can ask questions ahead of time, and people can ask questions in real time. So anyways, so that's one thing that I'm thinking of. I've been working tonight on, I've been working on this other concept that I have, where I want to talk about solos, particular solos, and do solo analysis, because I think that would be really instructive. I've been listening to a lot of Chris Potter today, because I'm interviewing Chris on Tuesday next week. And I've been listening to a bunch of his solo records, and which there's some amazing things. I mean, unbelievable. He's so good, it's ridiculous. But then I was thinking about particular things like, famous solos. O Magoo here says Coltrane's Moments Notice. Now, in Moments Notice, there are four solos. There's Curtis Fuller, there's Lee Morgan, there's Coltrane, and there's who played piano on it? Oh, wait, is there a bass solo too? Is Paul Chambers playing it? There might be five solos. But I would take a solo. This is where I got the idea from. I want to do a video on the difference between swing music and bebop, on what is happening between the late 30s and the mid 40s. What did Charlie Parker play that was different from what Charlie Christian played? I might do Charlie Christian versus Charlie Parker. Or what does Lester Young play versus Charlie Parker or Dizzy Gillespie? How is the vocabulary different? I mean, you guys know that you've heard me talk about this, that in swing music you have a lot of natural nines, but in bebop you have flat nines. So this is kind of a historical, there's really a real change that Charlie Parker, he started using a completely new linear vocabulary. And why they realized that this was, obviously there was more tension in the scales, right? If having the flat nine, you didn't start seeing the sharp five happen until hard bop, really, when they started using the altered scale. You wouldn't find the sharp five. You'd find a dominant seven sharp five, that's more of like out of the whole tone scale. But you don't find a sharp five flat nine or a sharp five sharp nine chord like you would find in bebop. So anyway, so that's one idea that I'm having. Why is this? Something along those lines. So this is why I'm on tonight. I'm looking for ideas because I find that this can be really instructive. I was listening to a solo this morning, Wes Montgomery, Fried Pies, which is an incredibly good solo. So I'm thinking like, okay, so what would this be exactly? Would it be that I transcribe the solo and talk about it, or just talk about it and play phrases and talk about, do I talk about, I mean, there was really specific things the way Wes developed his ideas. That is a particularly great solo. It's off the Boss guitar. It's one of his best solos on any record, I think. That record has a lot of his best solos on it. But there's also solos of his on Full House, which was a live record that's amazing. Anyway, so this is just talk about it. Talking is the best part of it. That's what Brett says. So then I was thinking, I mean, in order to transcribe these things would take forever. Some of these things are, some solos are long. There's a Pat Metheny solo that I love. It's called Song for Bilbao, Bilbao, I think. It's on Travels. It's a guitar synth solo. But it is so perfect. Every phrase, the way he puts a period at the end of phrases, the way he's playing on guitar synthesizer too. Every idea is developed incredibly well. I mean, it's really, really amazing. It's one of his best solos. And it's very sophisticated. It starts out on C7 sus4, the first two changes in the tune in the A section, then it goes to F sharp major 13. It's an incredibly good song, and then it's got a whole series of changes in the B section. And in order to I mean, I could transcribe it or I could play it, but transcribing it would take forever. I mean, in the amount of time. Yes, you don't need to spend forever transcribing it. The opinion is what you're okay. And I agree with O Magoo there that was the pinnacle of Pat's playing. So, don't worry about transcribing it. Just talk. There's no plugin for transcribing. It doesn't come with a stem track plugin. Okay, so because I think it's more instructive if I break the sections apart and I talk about them. I'll play a section and I'll talk about what is going on. I can demonstrate the stuff too. That's the thing. It's like I can say, here's the chord progression that's going on here, and here are the notes against the chord progression and why his and why it's what is great about it. How they what these how motifs are developed. So I think that because it's kind of like my deconstruction of the pop songs. So this is interesting. Rick versus Dylan, Battle of the Beatos. So I bought a new guitar yesterday. I'm going to play it for you right now. It's over on the other side of the room here. I'm going to get it. I was thinking about this. There's two funny things that happened. Where's my pick here? So yesterday, I was driving Layla in the car to school, and I said that we've been listening to The Police a lot. So I forget if I told this story or not. Was I on last night? No, I haven't been on in a couple days, right? So anyway, so I'm driving Layla in the morning. We're listening to The Police, and she says to me, "Play King of Pain." So I like, okay. So I play it, and then I thought, we're stopped at a stoplight, or stopped at school to drop Lennon off, and I'm sitting there waiting to drop her off. And I say, oh, let's check out The Police live. And so I start playing King of Pain live from 1983, where Sting's wearing this really weird feathered outfit, right? So I start playing the thing, and she goes, "Who's that?" I said, "That's Sting. That's the guy that sings a song. He's a singer from The Police." Oh. She's listening to the song, and the rhythm is not the same. They don't do two upbeats, bum, bum, like they do on the thing. They do an upbeat and a downbeat, which sounds really weird. But anyway, so she says, so then it gets to the bridge, and the guitar solo plays. And then after the guitar solo, there's this piano, down, 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 and it's a octave piano thing. But Andy Summers is playing it on the guitar. And so Layla hears that, and she said, "Daddy, that's supposed to be the piano. Why is he playing it on the guitar? That sounds terrible." And I started laughing so hard when Layla said that sounds terrible, because then I knew that we did not need the results of her DNA test to realize that she was related, and we didn't do a DNA test for that. We did it for 23andMe. So, anyways, and then they have the background singers singing that sing all the answer vocals, and they're way out of tune. She goes, "Who are those singers?" I said, "They're those background singers, because Sting can't sing all those parts." And she goes, "That sounds terrible." And I was laughing because it's so out of tune. I mean, it's unbelievably out of tune. And here's my 4-year-old saying, "That sounds terrible." So anyway, so then I come home. We're eating dinner last night, or the kids are, and I walk in and I have this 12 string. And a couple days before, I was playing this Pat Metheny thing. I know you guys think I listen to Pat Metheny all the time. I hardly ever listen to Pat Metheny, except for the fact that now that all ECM is on Apple Music, that's why, right? So I'm putting on some of the old records that I've never owned digitally, and I was listening to the first group album, the White Album, and I was playing the song "April Wind," which is his 12-string thing. So I was playing it the other day, and we're listening to it, and it has this one chord in it that's really beautiful. And I say to Dylan, I said, "Dylan, why does that chord sound so good?" He goes, "Because it's got B in it." And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, none of the chords before that have the note B in it. And so I said, what is the voicing? He says D, C, B, G. Okay. So I come in yesterday with the guitar and hold on. So I come in with this little Taylor 12 string here. Hold on. Hold on here. See if this is going to work here. Stupid thing. Why would this thing not work? Is the cable getting stressed? This is really annoying. Hold on. There we go. Okay. The part before is like. So he goes to this chord here. Which is a beautiful voicing. So I play that, and Dylan goes, what did I tell you? D, C, B, G. So I play the chord, and the two girls sing the note B. In the chord. I just love that. Anyway, so I play it on this, and the kids start laughing because I was pointing that chord out to them. And it's interesting because the stuff that I do with my kids when I point things out like that is exactly what my next older brother Ray used to do with me, by making me listen to things like these little parts in songs. That's how I got hip to that. Oh, so one of the other reasons I bought a 12 string was because I was doing the Tom Petty song and I realized my 12 string is really crappy. I have a Yamaha 12 string. And so I went in to play this 175 that Rhett just alluded to there. And Rhett, the guitar really, I played it for the second time, did not play well. And it wasn't just the setup on it. It just, it really felt, it felt kind of cheap. So I was telling Rhett yesterday, when I bought this guitar, I had gone to Guitar Center to play this 1959 ES-175 reissue that they had used for. They were going to let it go for $3,200, and I didn't want to spend. I've never spent $3,000 except for my Gibson on a guitar. I don't think I've spent $3,000 on anything except for a Neve mic pre. That Yamaha 12 string is not bad. It's just it's in such bad disrepair. And it really does not play well. The old Yamahas were really good that they made, but this particular one was not a nice one. So anyway, so I tried out the guitar. I said, I'm not going to buy this. So I went in the acoustic guitar thing, and I saw this Taylor sitting there, and I went and played that tune, and my double K, my only $3,000 purchase was for a bunch of black t-shirts. This is a Hanes t-shirt that was like $3. I'm not cheap. I just don't spend any money. There's like nothing I ever think that I need other than if I buy a instrument library like Spitfire or something. That's like the only thing I ever need to spend money on. And I buy hard drives. I bought an 8 terabyte drive today for $160, which is a phenomenal deal at Best Buy. So anyways, since I'm going to be doing more songs from the 70s, every song from the 70s uses 12-string guitar, literally. Andre says, were the mic pre's worth it? How much does one need exactly? I honestly ask Rhett, if you're around here, Rhett, still, when's the last time I bought a guitar? Because I know it's not since Rhett's been coming here. No, my country western Rhett I bought 21 years ago for $3,000. So Rhett was trying to convince me to spend the money on the 175. This guitar was $700 bucks. This is a Chinese one. It's not a super nice guitar. It's a nice guitar. It's a perfect guitar for what I need. But anyways, when I'm doing, you've been around, you've never seen me. See, Rhett's been around coming here for 5 years. He's never seen me buy a guitar. Exactly. That's how often I buy a guitar. I never buy gear. I've got so much gear, I never buy it. Wait, Andre asked me if the Neve mic pre's are worth it. And here's what I say about those. Neve mic pre's, you have to have the EQ. A 1073, those are the best mic pre's ever made. 1073 and the 1084. They have the same mic pre. Yes, I just did get an Eastman Scooby-Doo, yes. So I bought 2 guitars in the past 2 weeks. The Eastman is right there next to my arm. You see it right there? Right next to the telly. So I've literally bought 2 guitars. So Neve mic pre's make things sound better than they actually sound. Does that make sense? And I'm not one to be taken in by stuff like that. I always tell people, buy the instrument first, then buy the microphone next, then your mic pre is third in the line, because the instrument has the most to do with the sound. Then the microphone is second, and then the mic pre is third. So no point in spending on top gear there. I mean, look, I did this I worked on professional major label records for years and years and years. And it was totally worth it, because which pre is good for a grand Scooby-Doo? I would say that, hold on, let me put this guitar down. I would say I would buy a 500 series, rack, and then you can kind of fill it out whenever you need it. Or an Apollo. Tony Zamboni there says Apollo. You know, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know what's out there, honestly. I don't go looking for gear. I used to go looking for gear every single day. What's the best condenser mic under $500? One that works. If I was going to buy a condenser mic, I would probably look on Reverb or something and buy an old AKG 451 EB extended band from the 80s or so. Those are really good. Small diaphragm condenser. But wait, did you just ask condenser mic? The KSM, Renzo says the Shure KSM. Those are very good mics. They have the KSM 32, I believe, and 44. The one that's cardioid is great sounding. Do I like MXL mics? I've never really used one. Renzo, C414. Okay, so there's a few eras of C414. The old C414s, called the BULS, that are from the 80s or so, are very dark but great sounding. They sound good. Back when Pro Tools first came out and used to be that, having bright mics and digital recording together was a bad combination. So, they went through, they made the TL2, which is a gold diaphragm. It's got a C12 capsule in it, I believe. Then they moved on and they started making the ones that they make now, which are not very good. I do not like them. Then they have the 214, not the 414, the 214s, which are a lot cheaper. I don't care for the sound of those, but I don't, there's plenty of mics you can buy that are less expensive than those that are better. I think that, I think the KSM mics are better sounding. So, is that wooden cabinet in the back an amp? Yes, it is an amp, believe it or not. Is it possible to get close to real mic pre's with plugins? I don't know. I don't use plugins like that. I'm kind of old school. Okay, so I have an Axe Effects, you guys know, right? I have it in the control room, and I've used it a few times. For my videos lately, I've been using real amplifiers, and the real amplifiers sound great. There's no comparison. I just plug it in, and it sounds killer. It sounds just like these records. There's nothing to do. I don't need to go through and say, oh, I'm going to put it through this cabinet. I'm going to put this mic on it. I'm going to put this stomp box before it. I mean, it's like, why do you need to do that? I got tons of pedals. You want to see a good pedal right here? Oh, man. Right here. That is a good pedal right there. You want to get some good fuzz? Right here. I'll give you the heaviest guitar sound you ever heard. Anyways, real amps have more rumble than digital emulations. This is another cool pedal here that I have. Whoops. I can use this now to play, to hold a chord and solo over it, which is great. Is that one better than the Fox Fuzz? No, it's totally different. So the Fox Fuzz, it's not the Fox, it's the Fox Tone Machine. Here's a little secret for you. I'm going to tell you the name of it here. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so the Fox Tone Machine and the French Toast, the Dan Electro French Toast pedal, are the same pedals. Okay? If you want to buy a pedal for $20 that sounds like a Fox Tone Machine, buy the French Toast Dan Electro pedal. It's literally the same circuit. And the Fox Tone Machine was one of the best fuzzes ever made. It'd be cool if Rick made some big band album piano like Bill Evans mixed with Wes Montgomery. So Rick's recipe for great guitar tones. Are you asking me? Yes, a Fox Tone Machine is $550 and they're phenomenal. But they don't make them anymore. But the French Toast is literally, and I've got one. I have both, right? And the Fox Tone Machine and the French Toast are the same pedal, except the French Toast is $20. It's got the octave switch on it, everything. But nothing looks as cool as a Fox. So, then sell it for more, right? I know you can literally buy French toast is 38 on eBay, free shipping, right? What monitors do I use in the control room? Tony asks. I've got NS10s and I have these Event PS6s. PS6. I have them in here too. I got two different sets of them. So I like these events. They only made them in like 1999 or so. I bought 3 pairs of them. I've had them ever since. Do I have an old MXR flanger? Of course I do. It's right here. With a cable. 1978 I bought this. Works perfectly. Sounds amazing. This is the greatest flanger ever made. This is Eddie Van Halen. Andy Summers, everybody used this. It weighs a ton because it's got transformers in it. Got the power cable on it. Don't buy the junk that's out there now. Find one of these on eBay and buy it. Gotta have the power cable. Look at that thing. How much for that one? You know what? My mom, who worked in a can factory and made $12 an hour, bought my brother and I mean, my parents were broke. She bought my brother and I each of us a flanger like that because we would fight over it. If she bought one, he would pitch a fit. So she always had to buy one for each of us. So we both still have them. He sold my Les Pauls that would be worth a fortune now for nothing, but we still have our flangers that we got back then. Where's Joe Jeffries to send me the link to buy that? Where is Joe? We haven't seen Joe in a while. So they've remade this pedal. Dunlop makes it, but it sounds terrible. It sounds really thin. That flanger is an MXR flanger from the 70s, from 1978, the year it came out. One of the reasons that MXR, it's from Rochester, New York, where we're from, and I want to say that we got really good deals on them because the place that we bought them from was the place we took guitar lessons from. And the guy that ran the front desk was really good friends with the people at MXR and got them for a lot less, I think, than we would have. Do I have? Yes, of course, I have the orange phaser pedal too, the Phase 90. Brett, you have that MXR one? It's so great, man, isn't it? Love that one. Why can't they make them any good anymore? Roberta asks. I think, honestly, they can't. A lot of the times, they can't get they don't have the parts. I mean, the casing on this metal this thing weighs probably 5 pounds. I mean, it's you could probably do some curls with it and get a good workout if you did about 2,000 of them. Anyways, so do I have a vintage MXR compressor? Here, hold on. Let's see here. I don't have a vintage compressor. My pedal compressor that I have an Boss one, and I have a Keeley compressor. Let's see here. What compressor would I recommend? I mean, the Boss compressors are fine. Have I heard the UA Ox? Is that their amp simulator thing that they have? Okay, so Parminder, is that how you say it? Axe effects versus real amps and effects. it's all a personal thing. I think the amps sound amazing. It's a load box and DI. Okay, I think the amps sound amazing. And I have great sounding amps, so I don't turn on the X effects because it's too hard to program. Honestly, you have to have a laptop hook up to it. So Rhett, that you see, this is the thing. Like, I have this down here. You see this? I have a cabinet way down here. See that 412 down there? That's 25 feet away. So when I'm doing a video now, I've got my mic over here. I've got the cabinet way down here, and you just hear it in a nice room. It sounds killer, right? And if I want a tight sound, I'll go in the control room and I have cabinets in my ISO booth. I can put the amp in here, run it in there, and just hook up a mic in here. Anyways, okay, so Eric basically lets you play your tube amp and change cabinets or play through the amp just down low. Okay. A big room to play loud amps. Nare, what's up? Tom, I can get good sounds of any guitar plugs. I can't get good sounds. There is something about how they feel when you play through them. That's the problem. Is that I just don't think that they feel. I don't think that they respond in the same way. I almost used an attenuator, so I brought out my Sovtech. I was going to use that the other day, but I ended up using the my Mahalo amp. I don't know if you saw that in the Tom Petty thing, but I have this Mahalo amp that has KT66 tubes in it, and it's called the KT66. It's made here in Atlanta, and it's a great sounding amp, really great sounding amp. So, anyways, this stuff is just so easy to use with a real thing. Anyways, so Rhett has a new video out that is really great. How many of you subscribe to Rhett's channel? Nari has a few new videos, like 4 new videos out that are amazing too. Rhett's video, he showed it to me the other day. We went out to lunch, and it's about touring. And you guys should watch it because it's incredibly well made. It's 3 minutes and 7 seconds long. And if you've never toured before in a van, like most bands do, it's exactly... The only thing is that Rhett has really positive music, and he's got a positive vibe about it. And I would have a very negative vibe on it. No, it's not true. It gives you the feeling, if you've never toured before, watching 3 minutes and 7 seconds of it gives you the sense of, oh my God, I know what it's like to tour. But he's touring and playing in front of really good audiences. So Renzo asks, who is Rhett? Rhett has been one of my interns here for the last 5 years, and you're watching me because of Rhett. Because Rhett convinced me to start a YouTube channel and helped me make my first video, and has helped me on numerous videos. The reason that my videos have looked better lately is because of Rhett. Because he made me go back and use my good camera again. Rhett, you want to post a link? You can't post a link? Post it, Rhett. Just put your channel name. Post it, and I'll let it go through. You can post it. Try posting it, Rhett. Or post the name for your channel. I saw that, Brett. Brecker solo on James Taylor's "Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight." If I was going to do pop ones too, another good one would be the Wayne Shorter solo on what is it, Asia? Doesn't he play a solo on that? Dun, 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 dun. That's a great solo on that. Do I still use Apple products? Paul is dead asked me. Yes, I do. I have an iPhone 8 right here. I have a Hackintosh that's got the Apple, that has the Apple operating system on it, and I have a Mac in the control room. I also have PCs, so we have both here. It's not working. Yeah, just put your name down, Red, of what your channel name is. It's rshull07. Just type that in, Red. Caribou84, what's up? Renzo, you want to build a Hackintosh? You gotta have somebody that can help you with it. But I've had great luck with it. I talked about earlier today on the live stream. Okay, I'm going to announce this again here. So next Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern, I'm doing a pay-per-view, What Makes This Song Great, where I'm playing stuff that I can't play. Max Martin, things like that. I'm going to play a lot of really cool stuff and talk about this and answer questions live. It's $10 that day. If you sign up for it, you can go to my website and just you can buy it there, and I'll send out a link. Actually, Aaron's going to help me, so he'll send out a link that morning where the of what the link will be to tune into the live stream. It's pay-per-view, baby. So there we go. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about. Wait, do I have Joni Mitchell or some tracks Michael Landau played on? Might be interesting. I love Michael Landau's playing. I need to make a list of solos. We should start one on the forum, a list of solos to talk about for my solo thing. And should I say what makes this solo great, or do I need a new name for that? I need to coin a new something for my new series. UMG has given me no problems, Sammy, with the new series for some reason. I'm not sure. Bodhisattva, I actually have those files for that. I've got that solo isolated. Because that is greatest solos of all time. No, what makes the solo great is really, to me, I think maybe that has to be it, because that's what I'm going to be explaining about it. Do I have Beatles multi-tracks? So I have some Beatles multi-tracks, but they're not really multi-tracks because the Beatles recorded on 4 tracks. So they mixed as they went. You mix as you go, because they had to bounce down to make room since they only had 4 tracks to record on. So so everything is it's almost like it's all pre-mixed. They had to do that. Let's hear Paul's bass. We can judge his bass playing, right? Greatest solos explained. That's pretty good. Greatest solos explained. I like that. Bob Mayo's solo on Do You Feel Like We Do? How about Peter Frampton's solo on Do You Feel Like We Do? I love Bob Mayo's keyboard solo. Bob Mayo on the keyboards. Bob Mayo. It's amazing. Keith Jarrett solos I was definitely going to do. Demystified. That's interesting too. I like that. Interesting. So, any of you that if somebody wants to start a thread over there about solos, Why this solo doesn't suck? Han Solos. That's pretty good. Why this solo doesn't suck? Yeah. Marietta Guitar Garage. Wait, what's the Marietta Guitar Garage? Is that a? I'm in Stone Mountain. Well, Marietta Guitar Garage. Is that a guitar store? Um, yeah, what is that? Rhett says. You do guitar repairs. Nice. But you're in Marietta. That's no good. What makes Nare Soul great? That's too long of a video. That would take me. I'd have to make a whole series about that. I was in Marietta when? Yesterday? When was I in Marietta? I thought I was in Marietta yesterday. I can't remember. Anyways, okay, I have to go now because I'm going to go back to work. I'm actually working on a transcription right now. So you guys are awesome. You linked your website, but it's blocked. Link it again right now. Link it again, Marietta Guitar. Hold on, let's see if I can find it here. I don't see it here. Yeah, sometimes it blocks them. I don't know why. You can put it over at the forum.rickbeato.com. You can't put a website link in a YouTube chat. Got it. When the chat's over, you can come back and put it in the video if you want. I would just put it over at the I would put it over at the thing. Good night, Brett. I'm going too. We'll see you guys. Everybody. The website's under your username. Okay, perfect. That's easy. Thank you.